Alexis Gray, aka Kayia Capri, is an all-Caribbean wrestling champion out of the Bahamas. And we welcome this pro wrestling Bahama mama to Smile Jamaica. Hey, good morning, Kayia.
Good morning, Smile Jamaica, smile. How are y'all doing today?
We are doing so fine. One of the things I realized about you is that you are naturally athletic and that you engaged in so many sports, with track and field being maybe the one that you did more often than anything else. Talk to me about that kind of athletic background coming out of the Bahamas.
Man, listen, I think my athletic background started with the fact that we was just so bored at home and my daddy didn't really let us go out too much, so we had to make our own fun. Right. I found myself climbing on trees, building fires, always doing something that had to do with my whole entire body. And that's what led me to gymnastics. It led me to karate, soccer, swimming. It led me to do so many things just to be adventurous and figure out more about my capabilities.
Yeah. And I have to add that, academically, you did very well. You went to school, you went to pursue your master's. So how you reach into wrestling, girl?
Listen, I would say it's all God's plan, because I absolutely was cut off from wrestling for a long time. I fell off of it for quite some time until I went into college. In my bachelor year, I did track and field. And I was just trying to feel out track and field, figure out if I was going to be a national champion, an Olympian. I had so many goals and aspirations for myself. And those sadly came to an end when I finished those 4 years. I started my master's and I knew I wanted to do something with my entire body, because that's what I was absolutely good at. And that's when the Lord just placed this huge corporation in the palm of my hands. And I said, okay, I've always watched them on TV, but to go there, to experience it, to meet all of John Cena, to meet Randy Orton, to meet all of these people, I wonder what I could actually get from them and learn from them and grow with them. And that's when I became Kayia Capri. After being released from that corporation, I was on the independent circuit and I ended up at All Caribbean Wrestling, where I am the champion. I worked my bungie off and I became the champion of All Caribbean Wrestling, and suddenly it all just made absolute sense. I knew where I was supposed to be and I was finally being rewarded. All my hard work was coming back full circle.
Yeah. One of the things about wrestling is the flair and the performance of it. And I feel like it works for you because of your energy. Is that one of the things that attracted you to wrestling?
Yes, I could absolutely be 100% myself, and being me means being crazy, being loud, having so much energy in the room, always coming in with a smile, always having this positive energy that's just so contagious to people, and having a voice that is contagious and it's spreading positivity. This community opened their arms to me, especially because I am one of the only true, genuine born Caribbean people in professional wrestling. Being a woman, the first for the Bahamas, they absolutely opened their arms to me and they taught me everything that I needed to know. And I applied it so easily just because of the person that I am.
Yeah. Well, so what are your Bahamian fans saying?
They going crazy. I think my Bahamian fans are absolutely going crazy because a lot of them are true wrestling fans and they've been craving something to come to the Bahamas for them to really enjoy, because we have so many other sports, but no one actually shines a light on professional wrestling. I don't think anyone really realized that we have the opportunity to be professional wrestlers, and a lot of people can actually be in professional wrestling.
Yeah, and I know, you call some of the big names, Cena and so on, so I know what the fan base is like for the men. What's the fan base like for female wrestlers?
So it's crazy. All of the women get absolutely great support, because we as women know how hard it is to actually come in a male-dominated business and to stand out, and to not just stand out for our beauty, but for our talents as well. And that created this fan base that's just like empowered to know whatever I commit to, I can absolutely do this. As long as I trust myself and I trust the process, I am here to stay.
Yeah. What are some of the challenges? Because I'm looking at you now on screen and I'm like, Girl, your hair is so laid in this fight. Look at those
Nails is
nails.
done.
Yeah. So is that a challenge to still have just that kind of glamour while engaging in wrestling? What are some of the challenges for you?
I don't think I actually had those challenges, being the fact that I've always been popping. Okay, I've always been ready to be glammed up, and I was always prepared to be self-aware so that I never break a nail. Make sure so they don't grab my hair. I definitely make sure I keep that at the back of my mind. And because I did that, it's like second nature to me. When I lift in the gym, I lift naturally with nails. When I punch, when I run, I've just been working around the beauty and sports industry for so long that that's just second nature to me. So I think the most difficult part of it for me was actually understanding the business of professional wrestling, understanding how to incorporate Caribbean culture into professional wrestling. As other people, they had someone to learn from, they had someone to take from. But for me, I am the first. I'm going to be the person that's laying out this framework for many other Caribbean women who may want to be in professional wrestling. Now they know that head top the little TikTok we do. Oh yeah, you can get out of a leg scissors with that one. You know, if someone gets you in a waist lock, you could just whine out of it because they just like, wait, what are you doing? You know what I mean? You catching people off guard. So it's so many things in Caribbean culture that I want to put into my wrestling physically and verbally. I know a lot of people do not hear natural, genuine Caribbean accents. So it's very important for me to absolutely be 100% myself, and that is a Bahamian woman, a Caribbean woman.
Yeah, I think a lot of people may not know that Bahamas has a really strong sport history and a sport culture. I mean, I've seen the volleyball teams out of Bahamas, the track teams. Do you think just being Bahamian, for us being in Jamaica, I mean, sport is second nature to some. Is that why you're so great at it? You know, just the Bahamian DNA?
I think so. I really think it's the Caribbean DNA, period. We are people who start with nothing. If we're being honest, we don't actually have the facilities. We don't actually have the coaches. We don't have the resources that they have in these other countries. And for us, when we commit to doing something, you really genuinely have to commit to doing it. And that right there is what sets me apart from a lot of these other women, because they may argue about opportunity, but you'll never understand the difference of opportunity when you leave your small country and you just somewhere big and you don't know what's going on. You don't know the culture. You don't know how they act. They're judging you for this. They're judging you for that because they just don't know.
I don't know.
And it's a lot on you mentally, but we are so resilient as people. That also came into play when I realized that, okay, no one here understands me, so I'm going to have to figure out how to be humble, be grateful, and still stand my ground and show them, hey, this is my culture, this is where I came from, and this is how hard it was for me to just cross the water to get here. So you got to see this.
You got to see this. We have to go, Kayia, but how can we follow you? Where are you on social media?
You guys can follow me on Instagram at __LEXINI, or make it easy. Go on Google, type in Kayia Capri, and all my socials, all my YouTube, everything will pop up on Google. Kaylia Capri Sun. You already know it get real hot when Kayia Capri come around.
So great talking to you, girl. All the best.
Thank you. Good morning.
Bahamian pro wrestler Kayia Capri. That's it for our Caribbean check-in.